Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name is Jeremiah Krakowski, and if we haven't met yet, I've been helping course creators, coaches, trainers, authors, speakers, influencers grow their business, find millions of clients online, even if they're just getting started with nobody following them, no community, to build a business to millions of dollars and even tens of millions of dollars. And this is the Grow Your Life podcast. I've been doing that for 19 years, and I'm going to continue doing that because honestly, I feel like I'm called to help people that change the world. Course creators, trainers, and coaches change the world because they train people to think differently. And I love the fact that I get to help them reach people with their message. And if you're listening to this podcast, you're in the right place. If you're one of those people that wants to change the world. Listen, we're going to talk about email marketing today. Email marketing changes the world. Email marketing is one of the most important parts of business. To be honest, what's going on all these different platforms and stuff like that, we got billionaires buying Twitter. We got Facebook is not serving their clients super well. And honestly, social media is just becoming a crazy circus. Full disclosure, I use social media to reach all my clients. So I like it, but I don't rely on it. And you shouldn't either. Your email list is the number one asset that every business owner needs to grow. You need to have an email list. You need to have some way of contacting and reaching people instead of you just hoping that everything's going to be the same way that it is. An email list is a database of people that you control what goes in front of them. Now, obviously, there's algorithms and stuff in email that affect open rates and things like that. You know, I don't really worry too much about that. I have really good open rates with my emails. And here's the reason why. My emails don't read like sales letters. They don't read like sales emails. They read like letters to a friend. Now, we might email every single day, but they still get opened because they read like letters to a friend. And they're important to do. They're important to do the right way. Now, I use a tool called Jasper AI for all of my writing. I don't let the AI just write everything for me, but I guide it and I direct it and it helps me. And I highly recommend that you use Jasper AI. And in fact, there's going to be a link to get a free trial to Jasper AI included with this podcast episode. If you go to my website, jeremiahkrakowski.com, if you're watching it on YouTube, there's a link to that there, okay? So we use it, though, for how do we frame certain things. One of the best ways that I love to do this is that I will often take what we're talking about on social media. I'll take what we put in a blog post. I'll take what I'm posting on social media, and I'll run it through Jasper and turn it into an email. But there's a way to craft a good email. And so I want to talk to you about that, about crafting a good email. Even if you don't know what to talk about, here's the truth. When it comes to any sort of content, not knowing what to talk about is one of the number one problems that I help people solve. And most people don't ever build their business because they don't know what to say. They don't know what the words are to say. There's only two problems and reasons why you're not selling more in your business. You're either talking to the wrong people or you're saying the wrong things to the right people. That's it. So make sure if you're saying the right things to the right people, you'll actually attract the right people. If you say the wrong things, you will also attract the wrong people. So keep that in mind. What you have to do is connect emotionally with people. Email only works when it connects with people and they get read. And so what you want to say doesn't matter unless if it's not getting read. It needs to be relevant to the customer. And so we get in our mind the same thought process as course creation, as blogging, as social media content. It has to be relevant to the person that you're emailing. How do you know what's relevant to them? Well, if you've been in business and you serve a certain group of customers, you know what they care about. If you don't, you need to start there more than anything else. In fact, this might not be the right episode for you to listen to if you don't even understand who you're serving, if you don't even understand what they want. And so I'm going to trust that if you're listening to this, you at least know who you're writing to. Honestly, email marketing usually comes after you've been doing social media for a while because social media is more forgiving. Listen, once you get somebody on your email list, if they unsubscribe, you can't ever write to them again. Okay? So keep that in mind, but we don't fear unsubscribing, but we also don't want to just spam people and be writing dumb emails either that don't work, that aren't effective. So that's what this episode is about, is how do we make effective emails? Now there's a couple different types of email. I'm not gonna say there's only two, because I'm gonna probably come up with a couple of different types while we're talking. One is called autoresponders. Okay, so an autoresponder, the word auto is there, meaning somebody signed up for some kind of a training, some kind of a class, and so you're automatically emailing back to people. They write into your customer service, you auto respond back to them. And so most of the time in your autoresponder, at least the first autoresponder, it's very simple. But we train people with no marketing experience to write basic autoresponders. They're not complicated. All you do is type up the instructions about the thing the person signed up for in a very easy to understand way. That's it. There's no real rhyme, reason, or science behind it. Now, some people take it far enough to where they might embed some kind of a sales message at the bottom. I don't really do that in autoresponders because we end up broadcasting enough to people. So I don't get a lot of unsubscribes from my autoresponders because they're more service-based. I'm focusing on serving people for what they signed up for. Now, here's something key. Nurture, meaning cultivating relationship, happens in the inbox, not on social media. You very rarely cultivate real relationship on social media. Your inbox is where you cultivate that. And you're going to have the highest sales rates of your emails, because those are, if somebody is receiving your emails and they haven't unsubscribed from you, they are proving to you that they care about what you talk about, because they would unsubscribe if they didn't. It's like basic logic. Okay? So knowing that, these are your most trusted people. They love to hear from you. They're your fans. You want to treat your email list like it's to your top 5% of people that you talk to. And that's really what it is. You know, we have clients, they have 1 million people on their social media, but they might only have 30,000 on their email list. But that 30,000 is like they can't wait for the next email, right? They can't wait till the next email comes through. And so those people are who trust you and they want to hear from you. And when they sign up for something, they want the instructions on how to receive what they sign up for. Here's one thing that we often do. We will send 3 to 4 emails. If somebody signs up for a free thing, I'll send 3 to 4 emails once a day to anyone who hadn't opened the previous email. Now, this is not a video on the technical ways of setting up autorespond. I'm talking about what to say in your email in this one, okay? So this is what to say in your emails. Honestly, YouTube has a bajillion videos on all the technical ways of setting up the stuff I'm talking about, okay? So how do you set up an autoresponder based on when people open stuff? Actually, let's go look it up here real quick. I'm gonna show you how easy this is to find on YouTube. MailChimp, whatever your software is, whatever email software you use. Let me switch over here. MailChimp. Email didn't open autoresponder. Okay. How, and there it is. How to send an email to subscribers that didn't open an email. How to resend an email to people that didn't open in MailChimp. How to set up an autoresponder. See, all the technical who's its and what's its, they're all on YouTube. That's why I don't talk as much about that stuff anymore. So hopefully, like, that unlocks a little part of you, like, I don't know how to do it. YouTube literally has a bajillion videos that show you how to do literally everything that I talk about. The technical sides of it. For free. Okay? It's like if you're like, I don't know how to set up this, I don't know how to set up that. YouTube. Look it up. And like these are like legitimate like course level videos. Like these people go over exactly what to do, exactly how to do it. They walk you through it, okay? So know that, first off, okay? If you need anything technical that I'm talking about, YouTube, look it up. Okay? So then what I do is I email people each day who hadn't opened the previous email for about 3 to 4 days. Just telling them, I use a different subject line though. So the first subject line is usually always like, here's the information you asked for, or welcome to the XYZ program, or that's one of my favorites. You're in, this is your program. And then the next day I said, I'll use a more stronger term, how to get access to what you signed up for, the login to the Facebook group. And then I'll usually put like last notice, please join the Facebook group. Okay. Like a little more direct on the last email on the subject line. Listen, some of you got it in your brain that you're afraid to be direct over email because you don't want to offend people. And you're afraid of emailing too often because you don't want to upset people. It's not your job to manage and maintain what other people think about you. And anyone who unsubscribes is never going to be your customer anyways. So don't worry about that. I encourage unsubscribing. In fact, about every 6 months, I send out an email that I know is probably going to upset about 10% of my email list. And they're going to unsubscribe faster than anything else. And the rest of my audience loves it. So stop worrying so much what everybody thinks about you when it comes to your email marketing. That's tied to people pleasing. That's tied to being worried what everybody is going to think. It's not healthy. It's not mentally healthy. It's not business and financially healthy. Okay? Okay. So when you write an email, autoresponders, those are pretty basic. Now what you might do, and here's what I do. Autoresponder to have those like 4 days, right, of emails that are reminding them to go join a group or to check out the webinar they signed up for or the masterclass or to read the ebook they downloaded, right? Around day 5 or 6, you can start to add some sales emails in there. And that's a nice way of, when you get new people on your list, you can give some of your best sales messages. You can get them right into their inbox right away by including an autoresponder of some kind with those sales messages that go out to brand new people. Okay, so don't neglect that. It's a great strategy to use. We use that with a lot of our clients. The strategy, though, that I rely on the most is called the broadcast strategy. So we only really schedule out about, in my whole career of doing all this, we schedule out maybe a week to a week and a half of autoresponders. Beyond that, I don't. But I end up broadcasting to people once a day. What do I send to them? A really good practice is have an offer of some kind about 60% of the time and have just content about 40% of the time. We used to say 80-20. Now, if you're writing your email well, they're all going to appear like a piece of content. And people aren't going to know that there's an offer till they get to the bottom of them. And that, my friends, is the ninja move that email marketing and blogging have in common that you want to get to. So the idea is there's value in 100% of your emails, even if you're pitching something at the end. And I do that a lot. A lot of my clients we work with, we do that a lot. They're not just sales pitches. Now, there is a time and place for the direct pitch email. The direct, just a straight up call to action. Again, as you do this, I need you to kill that thing in your brain that says you have to do email perfect, because there are no rules. There's really not. Seriously. And you'll never send emails because you're afraid of messing up. I see that happen more often than not. Send emails. Email people. Write to them. Connect with them. I'll send an email out. So I'll use a variety of emails. the question email. Here's a couple of my favorite types of email broadcasts. And it's really just based off of what I'm feeling that day. I don't have a rhyme or reason to this. Some of you need a structure, and I get that. Autoresponders, you're going to love those. The rest of the time, just think of it this way. Have 2 to 3 offers a week and 2 to 3 just straight content pieces a week. So what I'll do is I'll send out an email at least with my podcast episode of that week, at least a blog post that I put out. So there's 2 pieces of content. There's no real pitch in those at all. And then I'll reserve maybe one other for either content or another offer of some kind. When I first launch an offer, like a new event or a new course, I announce it. So I put the announcement email announcing my new social media ads course. Da-da-da. And then I literally, here's one of the easiest ways to do it. You literally just copy your sales page copy and you sort of rearrange some of the text with a call to action that links back to your main sales page in the email. Very simple. Okay? The other email that we like to write is sort of the infotorial, sort of like an advertorial type. And Jasper is what you can use for that really well. So like, here's how we do that. Again, you have to understand content to be able to do this. Content isn't just for your blog. Content isn't just for your social media. Content isn't just for your podcast. Talk about topics. Think about, would you write it in an article? Would you put it on a social media post? What is some piece of content that helps another human being that's out there that is having the problem that you solve? And if you're having a hard time knowing what that is, I have a ton of podcast episodes about that. Content, Jeremiah Krakowski. Literally, if you just look this up, you're like, I don't know what to say. I have no ideas for content. Because I hear that like a million times a day. Just the word content, Jeremiah Krakowski, episode 124, never run out of content. How to never run out of ideas. Why does social media content get more customers when you struggle to make content? How to never run out of topics. You have to create it daily. Easy trick to make unique content effortlessly. Using AI to make content. Save time by pre-scheduling. What social media content gets... See, so like these videos are going to show you what to talk about for free on my YouTube channel. Okay? So once you get a real good gauge of what to talk about, and I'm going to just blaze past this real quick because you can go watch the other videos. I have 2 courses, how to create online courses, social media content creation made easy. Okay? Talk about what your customer cares about. And it doesn't always have to do with what you're selling. In your email, your content will be more related to what you're actually selling people more often, or what they really care about. So your social media, you can put more content than you would in email. That's normal because you're only really wanting to write people once a day. Okay? If you're doing a big promotion, the doors are closing, it's the last chance to sign up, we might email 3 times a day on that day. Just to let people know. Morning, late afternoon, and 3 hours before midnight. Okay? When it comes to the advertorial type of a thing, so like for instance, I would write an email, let's say that it's promoting, this is actually a great concept right here. Let's say that I'm promoting, this is going to be so easy, my social media content creation made easy course. So what I do is I actually take this copy from the page, because I already wrote it, and I go into Jasper, and we create a document, and I go, write a cold email based on the above. Got a cat behind me. What's up, kitty? Okay. So there's this. Now here's the technique that I use. This is Jasper Boss Mode. That's a basic type of an email. But here's what I'd like to do. Okay? Come up with some blog post titles based on the above. Write some topic outlines for the blog post titles above. Okay? My cat was about to jump on the computer. I was like, shoo. Finding content for maximum engagement. I think that that's pretty good. So then what I'll do is I'll reword this like I'm writing a friend. Best content to post on social. What's the best content to post on social? Okay, so we'll do subject line, email body. And so then what I like to do is I like to take this, and there's two ways to do this. So I'll actually just have it come up with new lines of text for each line, and then I'll begin editing. Because I'll actually say it the way that I would. I rewrite a lot of these lines and then expand upon them. Want to know the best type of content for social media? I've been in the online space for over 19 years and have seen what to do and what not to do. You'd be amazed how many people think that content is all about using their social as a sales platform to blast people like a billboard with sales messages. Newsflash, it's not. Okay, and so then I have Jasper compose some more. I developed a course called Social Media Content Creation Made Easy that will help you create effective content, including how to use every app you need, what to say in your post, and how to effectively tell stories that people love. In this course, I'll give you the tools and guidance you're looking for to create lasting impact, strong relationships with your customers. Wait. In this course, I'll give you the tools and guidance you're looking for to create lasting impact and strong relationships with your customers. Plus an added bonus you'll also get. Okay? So then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to expand upon this. Expand upon why relationship building with your customers is important. One of the most important things to remember is that you're not just selling, it's not all about selling your product and service, it's about building relationships with your customers. When you create content that focuses and engages with the customers, they'll trust you and be more likely to buy from you in the future. It's about building trust. See, so I reword some of this stuff right here. Included with the course is an added bonus. See? Okay, so now that's an email that I can send out. Ready to start making killer social media content. get started here. Okay. And so that becomes a link then to this, and then I just schedule that in my email. Blessings. There you go. Okay, so now that's an email that we wrote up using Jasper, all about creating social media content based off of this post right here. Okay. Now, what if you don't have a sales page? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. So let's say that you sell hair care and stuff like that. There's some questions that you want to answer. Okay. I sell hair care, hair tools and spray, and I want to connect with my customers about a 50% off sale that we're running. Write a cold email about the above. Okay, so this sounds like they don't know you. So instead of a cold email, we're going to do write a warm email about the above to all your customers. So then what we're able to use is what's called the power mode. And we're able to generate a paragraph for each one of these. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm actually taking Jasper and I'm generating this content. It's generating full pieces of content with AI that I'm pasting into the page that it's then going to base the email off of. Okay, and so then I'm going to go back down here, write a warm email to our hair salon customers about the above. I didn't spell salon right. Summer is a great time to experiment with your look. And we're excited to offer 50% off sale. Whether you're looking for a new shampoo to address specific concerns like damaged frizzy hair, or just want to pamper yourself with luxurious beauty products, our professional grade spray can also give you salon quality results that you deserve. Now, obviously, you want to fill in information that's actually about what you're doing. But see, Jasper, just by doing that, by generating some feeder content, so some of this feeder content is just talking about some of the struggles of your hair in the summer. It's able to create an email that you can use. Okay? Let's try another one. Let's try thyroid health. I'm a doctor. This is actually one of my clients that I know he's going to be watching this video, so it'll be funny. Who helps people who suffer with not enough energy because of thyroid and Hashimoto's issues. Now, here's what's cool. With Facebook ads, with social media content, you're limited about talking about certain medical topics. You're not allowed to talk about those topics. However, when you're writing emails, you can talk about whatever you want. So once you get somebody on your email list, you can literally say whatever you want. This email is about adrenal fatigue and some of the supplements you can take to help with that, along with a link to try my favorite. Okay? Write an email about the above. There you go. Now, obviously, like you would want to actually make sure that this is accurate and edit some of that. But so then again, paragraph generator, I just filter this into here. and it's going to write a whole paragraph about that one sentence. Okay. So you kind of come up with like your basic outline of what you want your email to be. Like the basics at the top, like we did at the very top, it was just this one sentence, one or two sentences about what you want. Similar to like if you're writing an assistant, similar to like if you were sending an email to an employee that's working for you, you're able to do that for writing your emails this way. Okay. So now here's a section about adaptogenic herbs. And so we're able to copy this right into here and do this. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll say, write an email about the above. So now the second time that we write this, it's going to fit more into the framework of what you want to be saying to people. And you could even convert this into an article, right? Okay, so now this becomes this. If you've been struggling with lack of energy due to adrenal fatigue and thyroid issues, I recommend the herb. It's a adaptogenic herb that helps it handle stress. Studies have shown helps reduce stress levels. Additionally, boosts cognitive and memory. If you're interested in trying it, speak with your healthcare provider and see if it works for you. Remember, reducing stress in the journey is a journey, not a destination, so take your time and be gentle, enjoy the ride. Found a number of different ways to use it. Some people like to use it in supplement form, others prefer an herbal tea. It may be beneficial to incorporate it in your diet, however you choose to use it. I hope it'll help you on your journey to reduce stress and improve health. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you, yeah, whatever salutation you would use. So right there, it was able to write up an email based off of the basic information that we gave it, okay? Another thing that I like to use is I'll take a transcript of a video. So like, I'll use Otter AI. So Otter AI takes a transcript of a video. Here's a video that we literally just a let me see. This is like a video with a prospect that I was talking to. Okay, so I'm gonna copy all this right here, and we're just gonna use this line of the transcript because where it's actually talking about the content. We're gonna write an email based off of the topic that we were talking about. Write an email based on the above. Okay. So right here, Jasper is generating this just based off of the transcript that's above the line of this. Okay. And so just based off of this, this is one way that I'll write emails, is taking a transcript, and then we'll do it again, write an email based on the above to sell your services. Let's see if you might be interested in a new project we're working on. It's a bit different and has a lot of potential. We're still working out the details. Essentially, we've productized our knowledge and experience around the customer journey and analytics. This would involve setting up tracking for a client, as well as providing guidance and insights on the data. We've developed a system that helps businesses track their advertising campaigns and results they're seeing, and we've had a lot of success with their clients. We think that by productizing our knowledge and expertise, we can help business owners navigate the customer journey. So if you're interested, try this out, okay? So right there, those are just different ways that you can use to simply use Jasper to write up emails. Honestly, it seems kind of silly to not write your emails this way, to not make your sales pages this way, because the tool is so affordable and it's so effective with writing. Think about how much your time is worth. The hours that you could be spending coming up with content and using a tool like this to come up with it automatically is incredible. Okay? If you don't want to use a tool like that, again, we got to get creative. Essentially, same format, same formula, but you're going to have to come up with the content on your own of what you say. So you think about, okay, you want something that, basically we use the ADA format, okay, for most of our emails. And we use a combination of PAS and ADA, okay? So what are the two? Write PAS based on the above. Problem, agitate, solution. Okay, that's not working. Write ADA for the above. Action, attention, interest, desire, desire or decision, action, something like that, or desire, action. Looking for a new product, we developed a system. We believe that our customer journey is this. So really the ADA format is what you want to use. And if you study the ADA format, attention, interest, desire, action, you can literally just look up online what this is, how to do ADA. So attention or attract, it's what gets their attention. Then you pique their interest. And it's a formula you just type based on that. Grab their attention, pique their interest, increase their emotional desire, and then call to action. Get them to take action at the end, okay? ADA formula, how to apply it and drive results with your copy. Attention, this stage is where you build brand awareness. You call out something, buyer persona, attracting attention, hold their interest. So you want to hold their interest further down. You build the desire of what problem you solve before and after. You tell certain stuff, and then you talk about how to create the desire with a call to action. That's not a very good article based on what it is. But so essentially in email, let's actually Google this. I'm telling you, my friends, Google is your friend. ADA for email marketing. ADA model for email marketing. There's so many articles online, my friends. Probably heard content is king. More importantly, email content. Attention is when somebody notices your email in their inbox. Interest is when somebody begins to develop interest in what you're offering. Indicates the customer's desire to know more. And action is when you convert to a sale. Okay, so this could be your subject line. Attention, hurry, last chance. Some kind of a headline of some kind. Interest, again, you tell a story. You address a pain point. You can include facts. Desire, you have some kind of a unique selling proposition. You build value. You tell a limited time offer. And then action, you have call to action, go buy now. And essentially, emails, most of them all follow that format roughly. Some in some format of attention, interest, desire, action. Okay? And you want to agitate a problem that the person is having overall. So Jasper is trained to write based on that format for emails. And it can even convert your emails. They have personalized cold emails and subject lines as templates right here. I prefer using boss mode. You know, for subject lines, I do use this one. So I'll paste this right here. AI print tracking. Then we'll generate some email subject lines. Interested in a new project. So I might not use the whole thing, but I might do introducing a new project as a subject line. Okay? You want it to sound like you're actually writing a friend. You want it to sound like you're actually writing somebody that you care about in your email. And so even if you're just using Jasper or you're writing it on your own, these formats, these formulas for writing email work. And then I broadcast those out to people. So we'll select everybody in our email list and we'll send it out to them. And we use the same type of technology for writing blog posts, for sending emails out about podcast episodes. You know, so I might do as simple as this. Write a cold email about an upcoming podcast episode about writing effective emails and getting sales through email marketing, okay? The episode's called Writing Effective Emails. See? So I'll share some of this. Maybe I'll edit this if I was not talking to it. I will share what email marketing was used to successfully drive sales and share my insights on what makes an effective email. Okay. And so again, we're able to go back to the paragraph generator, write some of this out, come up with it, and it'll help us write better emails using Jasper. Write an email based on the above for my podcast episode. If you're like me, you're always looking for new ways to drive sales in small business. Recently, I had the opportunity to sit down and record a podcast episode all about email marketing. In this episode, I discussed in depth how to write effective emails that get results. I shared my insights on what makes an effective email. We talked about how to use it to successfully drive sales in my business. If you're looking for ways to improve, I think this episode will really be valuable to you. Check it out here. Hope you enjoy. Okay? So then I might tweak that, make it sound a little bit more like myself. And all we did was we just told it the same format that I was just telling you. I just told it, write an email about a podcast episode about writing effective emails and email marketing. And it generated all of that automatically using that to help people connect. And so we were able to come up with and write that just based off of that little bit of information that it's a podcast episode and it's about email marketing and I want to share it to people. So then I just tell Jasper to write that up and it creates a framework that I follow, exactly what I showed you in this episode. All right. So that's how we write effective emails. That's how we do it. That's the best way to do it right now. You're going to take way too long not doing it that way. Stop stressing out about what to say. Stop worrying about doing it all perfect. Just share what you're feeling in your heart. Just share to connect with people. Make it more about connection and introducing people to something that you offer and less about, I have to make it effective to make them buy from me. That mindset of, it has to be this way to make them do what I want, will make it not be effective. It just won't be. Results don't like desperation. You'll come across desperate if you're writing from a place of, I must make them do this. Instead, it's every email, it's like you're writing a friend about something that's going to help them. And you got to have at least in mind, what's the goal? What do I want to present? What do I want to tell people about? What do I want to unlock for people? And that helps invite people in. And that helps them go to your website. You can send them from your email list to your website and then run retargeting ads to those same people because they're on your website to any offers that you offer, okay? So hopefully this has been helpful. I'd love to hear your questions, some more things that you love for me to unpack about email marketing as well. Write to me. Let me know. We'll talk soon, everybody. Grow your life. Listen, if you need help building your business, you need help writing copy, creating emails, and your messaging, head on over to jeremiahkrakowski.com. That's what we do with one-on-one coaching, is I help come alongside you and help you build your email list, create your offer, advertise, market, write copy, as well as business strategy and even some mindset. You can schedule a free 45-minute discovery call with me at my website at the bottom of this page here. Coaching is $7,500. You got to commit to 6 months, make 6 payments, or it's $7,500. I don't offer single sessions of coaching. The rate is going up to $10,000 on June 1st, so act now. And listen, if you're not ready for that, we have the copy and funnel audit over my website, where we actually help you write your copy, come up with your funnel, and create the strategy for you over here. My funnel partner, Stephen Robbins, and I work together to build out funnels that work and that are effective, okay? So check that out as well at jeremiahkrakowski.com, as well as the courses that are over at my website on the topics of website building, social media ads, irresistible offers, easy course creation. I have the podcast episode with over 160 episodes. We got blog posts. We have all the YouTube videos. There is no excuse, my friends, for you to say, I don't know what to do as a course creator or coach to build a business. I give it to you. Everything you need. It's all right there at my website, jeremiahkrakowski.com. We'll talk soon, everybody. Have a good one.